Hi everyone, it's Audrey Alison, and I just wanted to set up this intro video to thank you for your patience in the delay for the November forecasts. It's 5 days after November, so I appreciate your patience with that. For those of you who've been patient, I wanted to let you know the reason behind this is because I just made a major move. I moved across the United States and I drove, and I really had a blast, but I could not record because I averaged about 8 to 9 hours a day in the drive. And it's very draining to record the videos. I needed to reserve a lot of my energy. And when I got to my loft in Jersey City, I didn't have Wi-Fi yet. I moved, so I have to handle some things in my own life, and I appreciate your patience. Right now, I'm still setting things up in the loft. So I'm at my mother's house, the house I was born and raised in several decades ago. But what I love about the timing of this is I didn't realize I would be recording here. And what I love about this room is I always get a lot of energy when I'm home in this house. This is the room my father passed away in, and I always feel the presence of him here and as well as other family members, but I feel like it's going to be something special. So I really appreciate the patience with getting these up. In my new space, it'll be more conducive to recording, a little more professional, and a lot more quiet and clear and clean energy is in this loft. So I'm excited to have more time and the right space to record in. My older property in Los Angeles was starting to get very invaded with lack of privacy in the area, and I was surrounded by a lot of energy that wasn't working for me anymore as a reader. And that'll change. You know, I lived in that place for 14 years, quite a long time, and it just I can't really explain it. I know I needed a change, and this is exactly where I needed to be. So, on to your forecasts. Again, thank you for your patience, and I'm wishing you a beautiful month. And the next video you see will be shot from my new place. So I'm excited about that too. This whole transition is exciting for me. Okay, on to the forecasts, and I'll see you soon. Hi Virgo, my name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your November 2016 forecast. Thank you for your patience. If you fast forwarded the intro, please take your time to watch it. I explain there why I'm delayed a few days with the forecast, and I explain a little bit about the room that I'm reading in right now and how special it is to me. I'm using the Alchemical deck by Robert M. Place, my steadfast go-to deck. And let's start the forecast. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. We have a transit on the 9th of November, and that is Mars entering the sign of Aquarius. This is in your 6th house of health and regimen, routine, and work, and the 9 to 5 job, and the structure of your day. So Mars, energy, stamina, aggression. In the health sector, this does wonders for physicality and for workout routines and establishing a commitment, at least for a 60-day period of time. That's how long he'll be here. And he transits this sector. He won't be back for another 2 years. So take advantage of the energy that you'll have to commit to health practices. Also, when he enters the sign, he ignites the air sign Libra, where Jupiter is stationed, expanding the 2nd house for Virgo. So, the combination of a Mars trining Jupiter between the money sector and the work sector could actually see an increase for Virgo. A stamina and an energy in the workforce, and to receive the money due in that arena. Jupiter is expanding that sector, and by the end of October of 2017, you'll have upgraded the status here financially. So I feel like combined with Mars in the 6th, now is the time you're seeing a lot of this catalyst energy happen in work. You could also establish a strong commitment to diet. Mars will give you the energy you need to handle what you need in the health arena. Masculine pets could be coming into the life as well. A lot of male rescue animals. I say male because Mars rules the masculine. And I say rescue because that's where we all should be adopting, is rescuing all the animals that we already have out there who need homes. On the 11th of November, we have Venus entering the sign of Capricorn, the planet of love and money, in the very sturdy, stable sign of Capricorn, in the 5th house. And when Venus enters the 5th house, she will be conjunct Pluto, the planet of intensity. And Venus in the 5th could actually see female babies come into the mix. This could also see financial support for creative endeavors or entrepreneurial endeavors. A smoothing over of your relationship with children could occur with Venus in the 5th. Now, she's here once a year for 30 days at a time, usually. And there's a beautification in this sector. So if you had some struggle with children or with your own dating life, the 5th house of romance, this could see romance happen for Virgo, single Virgos especially. Because the 5th house isn't really marriage, it's your lighthearted dating and attraction arena. And it's a physical house. It's a house of flirtation as well. So that's a very romantic placement. Conjunct Pluto could see this skyrocket to an intense level. On the 12th, the following day, another personal planet transit, Mercury, your ruling planet, the messenger, will enter Sagittarius. And now this is where we have all of our Sagittarian activation from the 12th on. The 4th house of home for you, mother, foundation, environment. Communication in this sector, communicating with the mother, details, information, and analysis of the home you're living in. Maybe some of you Virgos are looking for a new place, some new four walls around you, and you're just getting the details on that. When Mercury does enter this sign, he ends up trining Aries, Uranus and Aries. So the 8th house and the 4th house are trining, which are very quiet houses, spiritual placements. Shared resources from the mother could come into play. Sudden investments or purchases. Maybe this is a sudden home coming into the life, something bringing your attention suddenly with Uranus, because it is an abrupt energy, but it's trining, so it's harmonious, if that makes sense. It's not as uncomfortable as if it were squaring. On the 14th, we have our full moon at 22 degrees of Taurus, and this is your 9th house. This is a brother-sister earth sign like you, Virgo. So a full moon in this area could see you coming back from a long-distance trip, foreign travel. Could see you ending a course of certification, higher learning, putting an end to it. This can illuminate the full moon, the awareness in the sector of politics, and philosophies, religion. Your belief system could be changing. Maybe you're putting an end to an outdated, outmoded way of thinking, which is great because we all need to progress into 2016 and not go back into the 1930s. This could see an end to an old, outdated belief system as well that you're just holding on to because you're used to the pattern. You do something 3 times, it's a habit. If you think something is the way you are 3 times, you might want to break the mold and go with the times instead of the time it was when you were born, because everything's about change. So keep that in mind. The 21st is when the sun enters Sagittarius, so that will be when he is conjunct Mercury, 4th house of home. You're hosting Thanksgiving, Virgo, is what's up here, because then it's Thanksgiving and you're really about the fourth house of connecting with the maternal. You could have your mother at your place for Thanksgiving. On the 29th, our new moon is at 7 degrees of Sagittarius in the fourth house. This is where the new home could come into play, or just the new environment being introduced to your home. Perhaps you're building onto the home. You have a separate place that you're going. It's important to set your intentions in the fourth house for this new moon. New environment, a new foundation, a new relationship with the mother. By the month's end, both Neptune and Chiron are direct in your sector of marriage. Some of you have had a very clear picture of the seventh house of soulmates, marriage, and business partnerships while Neptune was retrograde. But now that Neptune's direct, you're putting your rose-colored glasses back on when it comes to the spouse or the business partner, and that might work just well for you. With Chiron direct, this is about healing. And when he is moving forward, there's not delusion there in that healing. It's more about him doing his best work in this arena for you. Let's get to the cards. They're thoroughly shuffled, and see what comes up for Virgo for the month of November. And if you'd like to read with me, I'm at audreyalison.com. Please allow me a day or two after you select your payment and your reading. Allow me a couple days to get back to you in an email, and I can set the reading up for about 10 days out. That's what I'm at right now, and it's getting busier. So that's that. All right, Virgo, 10 of Cups. This is the first time I've pulled this card in the series of readings I've recorded. This is the internet. It's the connected still. It's also a lot of happiness and emotional support. Families coming together, celebration, harmony. Oh, weird. The Seven of Wands is the opposite of harmony, but it's about competition, argument, aggression. Mars entering the sixth house would be some aggressive energy. Let's see what else comes up. There might be some people that are acknowledged in the reading. Death card. This is a Scorpio card, but it is about change. And I just mentioned how important it is to go with the flow of change. Putting an end to something in the ninth house as well. The Death card brings an ending and change. Let's see what else. You have two more. The Chariot, new vehicle. Where's your third house? Not too impacted. This is travel, foreign travel even, the full moon in the ninth house. Coming back from something. See how his back is to us? Excuse me. I feel like he's returning. And the full moon in the ninth would be returning from a foreign trip. So some of you are. Also, there could just be putting an end to a vehicle and getting a new mode of transportation in your life. Travel, Six of Swords. I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards, just aesthetically. Definite travel. The loving breeze going with the flow and not against it, which is similar to this fight with change that I'm getting for Virgo. Two major travel cards next to the card of change and transformation. Could see you maybe in a new environment. The fourth house is so active for you that you could find yourself in a new home. But don't do so just because you're comparing yourself to others. This is a card of competition. Virgo is very competitive. Normally, Virgo doesn't get the cred for that. Usually the fire signs of Aries, Leo, and Sag are the competitors. But you know, Virgo and Gemini are very competitive due to Mercury being their ruling planet and gaining a lot of information. And knowledge is power. So when you have a lot of it, you feel almost invincible. Try not to be aggressive with others or competitive with others when this card shows up. And perhaps some of you have some of this around you. Maybe it's coming from online. You could be competing with people online. You know, sometimes Virgo likes to analyze things to the depth of it. Okay, I get it. Some of you, not all of you, are looking at people's lives online and looking at your own and then going, well, why isn't that happening to me? Or it's not fair. And getting very bitter. That can happen, but you know, everyone's path is different. You've made your choices. These are your personal choices. You can't blame others for those. But this energy here could easily be that. You're witnessing, and this is a progressive deck, so it's the alchemical deck. It could be about social media and the internet, and not just about love. As the Rider-Waite-Smith deck would tell you, the Ten of Cups is celebration, but combined here, you could just be causing yourself a lot of strife in the way other people's lives are going. What you might need is a view of new scenery and to get out of the environment that you might feel trapped in, or the decisions you've made have led you there, but you need a change of scenery, and the fourth house is very strongly activated. You could be provided that change of scenery through the ninth house of foreign travel and the fourth house of environment. I hope this was helpful, Virgo. I'm wishing you a sweet November. And remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.